Welcome. My name is Lauren Reed. I'm the CEO of MHEDA, here with a few of our board members to discuss the 2026 material handling business trends. I'd like to welcome Lori Palmer with Rev Storage Systems, Darren Boyk with Advanced Equipment Company, and Steve Strength with Gregory Pull Lift Systems. Welcome and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Talking about the 2026 material handling business trends, how could we not speak to geopolitics? Obviously, it's top of mind for really everyone in the U.S. I'd love to hear from our board here as to how geopolitics and volatile trade activity is impacting your business and your customers when it comes to decision making and just your overall supply chains. Steve, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. Obviously, when you think geopolitics, you think tariffs. It's on the forefront of everybody's mind, and it seems to be such a fluid discussion every day on the news. You're not sure exactly which direction it's going. And but when I think about it, it's not isolated to just a supplier or a distributor. It's everyone is feeling it. Manufacturing is feeling it. Importers are feeling it. So the discussion of geopolitics and tariffs, I think the easiest way, if there is an easy way to deal with it, is just be straightforward. Communicate with your customer. We do have to take it into account in pricing, and we do have some disclosures on our proposals now that essentially say these are the prices today. They could change by the time your equipment arrives.
By the time you finish reading this.
Yeah. By the time you finish reading it. But when the equipment arrives, it may be different. And I think as long as you're upfront with that and customers understand it, it's not a secret or a surprise. And there's nothing that we are going to do to change that, right? So the best thing we can do is just be open, straightforward, communicate with customers. It is impacting decision making. Some customers are sitting on the sidelines now waiting. Are the tariffs going to be here next month, next week, next year? Are interest rates going down next month, next week? So there's a lot of what ifs, and I believe we have a lot of customers out there that have needs for equipment or services, and they are waiting. But they're also starting to get conditioned to the fact that this just may be the way it is for the foreseeable future, and we just can't wait for a clear view picture of this is what it's going to be like, because I don't think anybody can predict that. So we are starting to see more customers request proposals, request for updated proposals, and start inquiring more about what are lead times and our feelings on what we can do in the interim. So I think it's settled down a little bit in a lot of our customers' minds. They're kind of used to it now. Their expectation from us is just be transparent with me, and we'll figure out a way to get through it.
Yeah.
Steve, you're right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, but we have so many different suppliers and people manufacturers that we work with. And I don't know how many times I've never known they always have these surcharges or things happening because of this going in place. How many times have you ever seen them revert back to their old prices? It pretty much never happens. It's all of a sudden they just take that, we're going to roll this surcharge into the pricing now, and now it's going to be this much higher. So it's like, they shouldn't wait. It's not going to get any better, really. I hate to break it to them that way, but it typically doesn't. It's very rare for them to ever just say, okay, we're removing that surcharge and we're going back. Steel, it does happen on with things in the rack industry and things like that. You'll see the steel price per pound drop and everything and things. But from what we're dealing with on the system integrator space, it's rare that we ever see them actually drop that out and just go. But it is, it's kind of like the way we kind of look at it and our approach to it, because we don't see the impact so much directly ourselves, but we kind of look at like your investment portfolio. You need to diversify. So if you have certain manufacturers that you work with and that build a certain component, you might want to have 3, 4, 5 other ones that build similar things to that you can fall back on if one's having trouble or struggling with the way things are headed, so you have a solution or another way to be able to go. And that just spreads out across all the different product lines or different solutions you may have. And that's kind of one thing that we always had and are good suppliers that we work with, the vendors, they know that they're not the only one in our toolbox here. We got 2-3 other ones that we're working with, so trying to help to keep them. You don't have just full reign with us. You got to keep it tight and keep things going. We want to keep moving forward, but yet know who your partners are and have those other solutions.
Yeah, it's affecting everybody. It's affecting our international clients. So we're seeing the indecision even more outside of the U.S. And that comes from suppliers within the U.S. and suppliers obviously outside of the U.S. It's affecting our U.S. customers, the indecisions. But I agree, now we've gone through COVID, we've gone through after COVID, we've gone through interest rates increasing, decreasing, now tariffs. And so something always seems to be there, and now they haven't purchased in a while. And you can tell that the decisions are now getting closer to having to be made because, agreed, they're asking for quotes to be updated more often. So I really do believe that we will see activity sooner than later. I think we all thought it was going to happen a little bit earlier this year, but I just think with the indecisions between tariffs and interest rates also, same thing.
Yeah, and I don't think in many segments of the consumer market, prices are going down. I mean, companies are now burning off inventory that they had at pre-tariff pricing or pre-order pricing. So what they're trying or going to have to distribute next year is going to be at a higher price point. So if the customer really has a need, to your point, waiting till January, it's not getting any cheaper.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll start to see some movement, and then customers need to look at the overall picture from storage and warehousing to integrators to lift trucks. That purchase, it might be a little higher on the acquisition, but the efficiency gains and the reduced maintenance and all of those things you have to kind of look at the whole big picture. I'm paying a little bit more, but I've got great efficiency gains with my new system or my new storage system. So I think looking at it from a broader perspective is what's also getting people to kind of say, all right, we are where we are. Let's find the positive in doing it now.
What's the cost of indecision?
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And that's alive and well, and it doesn't matter if it's tariffs or interest rates or an election. There are always those challenges from our outside economic state that will allow for customers to be weary of making decisions, but you're right, it's those efficiency gains and what they can benefit from that can help get them over the hump to actually make that purchase.
Agreed.
But I do see some of the things with the manufacturers actually are trying to bring things more into the States, or where they might have been having it made somewhere outside. Now they're trying to bring it into the States and try and have more control of it. And that's kind of started back with COVID, actually, that kind of, where they started having problems with what was, you kind of lose that control when it's outside of your realm there. So they'll try and bring it back in. I see even more of that now with the tariffs and trying to, or else find a supplier that's in the U.S. that they can then source products and things out of.
Sure.
So it's having an impact for sure out there.
And that nearshoring brings additional opportunity to the material handling industry. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. And we've seen through COVID and other times that there is still opportunity and plenty of it, to your point, Darren, for our whole industry to thrive. And sometimes it's just about educating that customer to get them over the finish line.
I think it's good.
That's a really good point, Lauren. Really good point. It's educating your customer to better understand and make them understand that no time is better. That if it's time for them to make that move, they need to make it for their business sake.
That's right.
It's been kind of nice for us because we've been, it's kind of like a good thing that kind of happened, because it's causing those manufacturers to say some of their parts. Now it's not just that one or two sources that they're going to that are having this long lead times now because of issues, or the prices keep going up higher and higher because of the tariffs or things that are happening, that they're getting more diversified and they're finding more solutions, and that's feeding on down to us, where now they can say, okay, you can have this one, it's going to be this price, but it may take 15 weeks to get it, or we can go to this model, which is more, it's in 4 weeks delivery time, and it's the same price or it's a little bit less. And it's like, oh, that's great that we have these options now with these different vendors, so we can still deliver things and take care of our customers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been a good thing for our side on that a little bit.
So it can be painful, it can really be painful for our customers, but it can open up additional opportunity, like you said, for your supply chain and the diversification of your business, and it can for our customers as well.